Hi, I'm Elaine, the Heart Healthy Cooking Lady. Today I'm going to show you how to make Asian marinated chicken thighs. Each recipe makes 4 servings, a serving being 1 chicken thigh. Each serving has 180 calories, 11 grams of fat, 95 milligrams of cholesterol, 300 milligrams of sodium, 20 grams of protein, and 15 grams of carbohydrate. You are going to need to have 4 chicken thighs with the skin and the fat removed. It is very important not to eat the skin because there's a tremendous amount of fat actually in the skin. If you don't remove the skin, you're going to have more than twice the amount of fat per serving. These chicken thighs are going to be marinated in a marinade which consists of 1/4 cup each of low sodium soy sauce. I have actually found that this House of Tasang low sodium soy sauce is the lowest sodium I've found. It is 320 milligrams of sodium, 320 milligrams of sodium per tablespoon, which is where the sodium comes from in the recipe. And 1/4 cup of honey and 1/4 cup of water. I've already added those to the bowl. I've also added 1 tablespoon no salt added curry powder. It is possible to find that. I found this at Penzeys. They have a lot of very nice no salt added spice mixtures. Their curry powder is very good. They have a sweet curry powder and this hot. I use the hot one this time. And also 1/4 teaspoon of crushed red pepper. You are also going to have to add 1 tablespoon freshly grated ginger. I got to show you this because it is so much easier than what I used to do. I got this actually from Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, and I thought, oh, I want to try it, and it works. You don't have to even peel it. You can just take the ginger and grate it up on a shredder like this. Boom, you're done. I would have just been still peeling it before if I'd done it the other way. So you're going to need to have 1 tablespoon of this. This looks like about a tablespoon. Yep. Let's add that little bit in there to get every wonderful little piece of ginger. You also need to have 1 teaspoon of ground coriander. Now, once again, I get my spices at the Indian store because they're so inexpensive. We get big bags of the coriander seeds, which I grind up. I'm going to take 1 teaspoon and put it in my grinder, which actually is an old coffee grinder, but it works just fine. It's a little noisy. It saves a lot of money, and your coriander is freshly ground. Of course, you can get this at the store in a bottle already ground up. That's fine too. I'm going to add this to my marinade. You also are going to have 1 and 1/2 teaspoons of freshly grated orange peel. This is a great little device. I think I've shown you this in a previous video. You just kind of take the peel. Don't get too far down into the zest because that can get kind of bitter. And it looks like about a teaspoon and a half. Let's see. There's 1. And a little tiny bit more, and then we should be done. The freshly, if you have to use lemon or orange zest, it really is very nice to use this freshly grated. It adds just such a nice flavor. So we're going to add that to the marinade and mix it up. Smells delicious. Really will be nice when they have smell-o-vision for this stuff because the smell is partly of why it tastes so good. So we need to marinate this for 8 to 24 hours. I am going to use a plastic Ziploc bag A covered dish works fine. You need to put your chicken pieces in the bag. Okay, yes, we have one of our little canine friends here. Once again, interested in what's going on. Hey, Mom, what you doing? He's saying. I'll help you eat that later. Here comes Paris. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, guys. We're going to have some nummy nums later. Oh, okay, this is a case in point. Make sure that your bag does not have a hole in it. This does. So I am going to get another bag to put this in. But in the meantime, I'm going to close this up and stick it in the fridge while I go get that other one. You know what, actually, I know what I'm going to do. Just for keep that little hole up there, put that in the bowl. Even Julia Child had to fix things once in a while. I'm going to put this in the fridge. We will get to it in 8 to 24 hours. Hi there, we're back. Actually, what I'm going to do is pull out of the refrigerator a second bag of the very same thing that I have been marinating since about 9 o'clock last night, so it ought to be very nice. This is such a tasty dish. Okay, so I am going to take the pieces out of out of the marinade and put them in a lightly oiled dish. And I'm going to save the marinade. I'm not going to just dump it out because I'm going to use this to baste the chicken every once in a while. And in order to make it safe and healthy, I'm going to simmer the marinade for 5 minutes in order to kill any of the bacteria from the chicken that there may be in it. So I'm going to put the chicken in the oven now. Set this on the stove to simmer. You want to turn your chicken pieces every 10 minutes or so. You have to cook it a total of 25 to 30 minutes or until the meat that's near the bone is no longer pink. So, catch you in 10. Okay, the 10 minutes is up. I'm going to take it out, see what it looks like. Okay. Smells wonderful. I'm going to take some of the marinade, which I have simmered for 5 minutes, and then it also got really, really thick, so I put a little bit of water in and just kind of mixed it around so it was easy enough to put on the chicken. It's going to be really good. Okay then, I'll put this back in the oven for 10 more minutes. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. I'm going to take it out and look and see. Ooh, looks good. Now, I can see that there is some liquid that is collected. If it sits in that, it's going to be more steamed than it is baked, so I'm going to drain that off. Normally I would do it in the sink, but since we're recording, I'm going to just do it on the stove top here. I just use the lid from the pan that it fits and hold it on, and there you go. See, nicely drained. I'm going to flip these and baste the other side, and then put it back in for 10 more minutes. The marinade is a lovely color. You can tell it has the curry powder in it, the coriander. Oh, this is going to be so good. I get so many requests for this recipe. Whenever I have it at family gatherings or parties, it always gets eaten right up. There you go. 10 more minutes. Okay, the 10 minutes is up. Just for your viewing pleasure, there are 5 of us jammed in this little space in the kitchen. There are 2 adults and 3 dogs. Once again, they are very, very interested in this dish. Oh, boy, does that look good. I love this stuff. All right. Now, this does not have that much liquid draining out now, so I'm not going to drain it. But I am going to flip it and baste it one more time. And then next time, I'm going to check and see how done it is. Boy, oh boy. So here we go. Listen carefully, you might be able to hear one of them doing his little whiny voice. Actually, the way he breathes, he sounds more like Darth Vader to me. Okay, back in the oven it goes. If you die. And set the timer for 10 minutes. Okay. Now it's time to take it out and check and see if it's done. It's been 30 minutes now. Oh boy. That looks great. Okay, so I'm going to use a sharp knife and just kind of poke into the one that looks like it might be the thickest. I think that's this one here. No, see, I just want to show you. You know, it's still a little bit pink at the bone here. You see a little bit there. I'm going to put it in for 5 more minutes. You really don't want to serve poultry that is not fully cooked. And sometimes the thickness of them determines if they're done, how long they need to cook. Excuse me, guys. Mom, we want it now. Here you go. 5 more minutes. We'll come back and look and see how it looks. Here we are. Time to test again. If you have a meat thermometer, I think it's supposed to be to 160 degrees, but I tend to just eyeball it. Let's try another one. This one looks like it's okay. See how it's all brown near the bone? This one also looks a little thick right here. So I'm going to test this one. But see, once again, I want you to see what this looks like. See how it's kind of pink down in there, right by the bone. Boy, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to baste this one that is done because I don't want to really overcook. Let's baste this one, which I know is done because I've looked at it, and put some more on the other pieces. Put them back in the oven one more time. Let's see. This one. Okay. All right then. Okay guys, 5 more minutes. Okay. Let's hope this is the final time we have to test. I may have to alter the amount of time this cooks. This usually doesn't happen though. But don't know why this is going on today, but it's always good to check and see if something's done. Okay. Yep, that one's done. Yep, and that one's done. I'm very glad that we double checked. I'm going to brush one more time. The remaining 3. This lovely marinade. We will have a very good dinner tonight. We'll have enough for lunches also. Okay, here are the chicken thighs ready to go. I'm going to pair these up with roasted vegetables, which I showed you how to do in a previous video. Please like this video and remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Healthy Cooking Elaine. Here's to healthy cooking.